Justin. Welcome, Eric. Good morning.
Morning. Thank you. Good morning.
Do you expect to see a different Zeke this season?
Well, I'll say this much. I've been in a situation kind of like that now, dealing with court, going back and forth to court with my at that time, daughter's mother. It's a distraction. It really is. But, when you go to the football field, you play football. I mean, you get a chance to kind of get away from that. You don't be on the field talking about, man, I got to go to court tomorrow, Monday morning. I got to be at 7:30, and you don't think about that kind of stuff. What I really believe here is that I don't want to see Zeke have the Todd Gurley effect, and it's not his fault. I'm gonna put it on Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett has to make sure that offense without Jason Witten, without Dez Bryant, we can't come out, well, we got offensive line problems. You can't come with that. I think that's what the problem is that when I saw the Rams 2 years ago, and people say, oh, man, he's not running the same as he did his rookie year, Todd Gurley. I'm like, yes, he is. I say, it's not him. It's the offense. It's the offense. It's the offense. Because as well as you know, and you too, Skip, in the NFL, you may get us the first time, but we're going to be ready for you the second time. Yeah. And the Cowboys are set up for a running football team. Right. And the one thing is that if I'm a defensive coordinator, 21 ain't going to beat us. We're gonna make 4 beat us. We ain't worried about the receivers over there. We're going to put 8 in the box, and we're going to make sure, see if he can run. So it's not on Zeke. Zeke is good. Matter of fact, I talked to his agent. We were supposed to go to Cabo next week. Me, him, and his agent and some guys. I can't go.
By the way, you went to visit him.
I went to visit him in Cabo, when he's in his suspension. Yeah. The thing I like about this right now, you're saying what somebody just asked me 2 days ago, where is Zeke? Zeke has kept a low profile. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Zeke is a young man, and when you're 21, 22 years old, you make a lot of mistakes. I mean, I can say I did a lot of dumb things, but it wasn't on Instagram. We didn't have cell phone. We had the brick phones back in those days. So you couldn't catch us doing things. So right now, I really know that Zeke is zoned in on playing football. Now that's his thing. And Jerry's right. If Zeke's ready to play, but I really believe the onus is going to be on the head coach of Jason Garrett. Is he going to put him in the right situations to do what he wants to do, for his football team?
I do. Skip, this last year was a blessing in disguise because it probably saved 125, 150 carries off those legs. So that maybe added a year to his career. He'll be fresh. He'll be the really great athletes. You can compartmentalize, Skip, and it's a distraction. Am I going to be suspended? Okay, I'm suspended. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. And so now the finality of it, you're suspended for 6 games. Mm-hmm. He comes back. And like you said, Edie, he's kept a low profile, which I love it. No video footage, ain't nothing but Zeke this, Zeke that. He's focused on what he needs to focus on. Because guess what? He want that new contract too.
So do.
He want that new contract too. So quickest way to get a new contract, going out there and run for 1,800 yards and get about 15 touchdowns. Jerry will come talk to you. Because Jerry loves his old stars. Jerry take care of his stars.
But what did you tell me all football season long about Ezekiel Elliott? That he's the type of player that the owner/GM has to sleep with the cell phone right by his ear because it might just buzz.
Yeah. Oh, no, you ain't turning your cell phone off.
Right?
Oh, no. Will McClay and Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, Jason Garrett. Oh, they never turn their cell phones off. Oh, you
turn yours off?
Huh? No.
That's what I said, huh?
No.
I have no doubts about this young man with a football under his arm during a football game. I still have grave doubts about this young man off the field. I'm still not sure. I got to see it to believe it. I love everything you have told me about the time you have spent around him because I do think his heart is in the right place. And I think he was starting, it was sort of like he was forced to get it last year because he was, for 6 weeks, that whole thing got taken away from him, and you sort of see your football mortality for a little while. Like, man, what if I didn't have this at all?
They show football games in Mexico.
Well,
so guess what? He got to see his team play, and he wasn't there.
And he wasn't there. That is correct. So I'm still not convinced he's dealt with all of his off-field issues. I am so happy. I've heard nothing about him for a long time here. But a bunch of weeks have passed with no Zeke news. And last year, about this time, well, it was St. Patrick's Day, we had big news, right?
Yep.
Remember that incident?
And then he had the 4th of July party.
Yeah, it was a big incident.
But here's the thing, Skip. This is why I think that he's going to be really successful. is because this team is built to run the football. They
is.
got those 3 all-pro offensive linemen, and look at what's outside. Who's going to take the catches? Who's going to throw the ball to take carries away from Zeke? So they're going to have to rely on Zeke. He's going to be somewhere around 350 carries this year, ED.
Yeah.
And knowing what he averages, like 5 yards a carry, 4.8, he's going to be somewhere probably around 1,700 yards.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this much here. You're right, but you want those guys outside. You know, look, Dez might not have been the guy that he was 3 years ago,
Right.
but he's still, some teams still try to, in a sense, double cover him.
Right.
Keep an eye on him. Right now, they don't have that.
Right.
You know, Jason Witten was a good blocker. He might not get run the routes, run the deep routes and all that kind of stuff, but he still got open.
Right.
So now, what do you don't have that?
Right.
You don't have that. I think between their tight ends, I think they have 9 catches. So you know that's a problem. One thing about the running game is that it can be stopped. It can be stopped. How do they stop a running game? They put 8 in the box. Like I'll say it again. This to me comes on the head coach, Jason Garrett. He has to put him in the right situation. Zeke will be ready to play football now, but is the offense going to be ready? You know, yeah, you got the offensive lineman, but after a while, you know, carrying that ball, you know, 25, 30 times a game, especially in this day and age, it wears on a football player. It wears on. Zeke's that guy. I think Zeke probably is the best guy in the National Football League that runs between the tackles.
Yeah.
Now, is he the best running back in the National Football League? I'm going to give my guy Todd Gurley that. And you know, I got to argue with him on
But
that.
you're the Rambassador.
And you got cowboy colors on
I
today.
do. I do.
So for sure, I feel like that he is ready, but is his team ready? And I'm not saying his team. I'm saying his head coach has to put him in that right position. You know very well that there's some coaches that they're good offensive coordinators, but they don't make good head coaches. And that's just a fact. I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
You could be right about this head coach.
Well, Scott Linehan, who's the offensive coordinator, Skip. But my thing is that Allen Hurns and Beasley and Gathers and the Thompson, I think
Deontay Thompson.
Yeah, they don't
Michael Gallup. Don't forget.
They don't put fear in anybody.
Yeah.
So, and I've said this all along. When Zeke wasn't there, and even when they had the running game, they still had those offensive linemen. I'm not letting the running game beat me.
There you go.
Okay.
If Dak Prescott, you throw for 350, 3 touchdowns, I'm going to walk to the center of the field, unless you Tom Brady, don't shake the man's hand, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to walk to the center of the field, Joe, I'm going to shake your hand, good game. But I am not letting 221 beat me. I am not letting this running game beat me.
You guys are dramatically both underestimating number 4. That's what you're doing. You dismissed it.
I don't.
We're going to make 4 beat us because there ain't nobody outside.
You got to have receivers.
Okay. 4 is going to beat a whole bunch of teams. A whole bunch of other quarterbacks or coordinators are going to have to walk to the middle of the field and shake 4's hands because what you guys have just detailed, what you set up is 8 or 9 in the box.
Yeah.
And who is that guy and who is that guy? And Dak's going to go bing, 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 bing. And the QBR is going to go way up toward 100. And by, 2/3, 3/4 through the year, you're going to have to sit over there and say, you know what? He's an MVP candidate. Because I think he's going to be right in the mix.
As that QBR goes up, so with that L shoulder,
The loss goes up.
If Zeke Elliott does not have at least 1,500 yards rushing, y'all not going to no playoffs. Y'all not going. So he's going to have to be somewhere between 1,500 and 1,800.
I dare every coordinator who's going to play the Dallas Cowboys to put 8 or 9 in the box. I dare them.
They're
because
gonna
get
do
sliced
it.
and diced.
No, they won't get no.
They're going to do it. Look, when you look at even when the Cowboys were good 2 years ago, the Cowboys are good. They still ran the football.
Yeah.
That's their MO. They're running football.
You
team.
told me they had the most time of possession and the most 10-play drives. Dak was not throwing the ball. Zeke
He was.
Skip.
Yes, he
What
was.
Like, feed me. Defensive coordinator, they look at it and say, look, you know what? I'll say it again. 21 ain't going to beat us.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
fine.
he can't 40
jumped
times.
that Salvation Army kettle.
No.
Did he jump in there? Who jumped in that kettle?
He doesn't need to. He doesn't play like that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he doesn't have to promote himself. I promote it on this show.
Now that's the truth. That's right.
Well, when they had the most success and when you thought Tony Romo was going to win the MVP, what happened? Who was offensive player of the
didn't
year?
think he was gonna
DeMarco Murray. 1848. And when Dez dropped that ball in Green Bay, and Green Bay was
He
able to
did
go.
not drop
Don't do
the
that,
ball.
Skip. Don't do that.
Drop the ball.
Drop it.
I got to go with Skip on it. He did not
Drop
drop
it.
that ball.
Drop it.
He
Come on,
put
Skip.
it
He
in
didn't
his
drop
back
that ball.
pocket. He made
The football move.
2 football
The
moves.
football move.
He tried
Come on.
to slam it on the goal line, and he's left-handed with his left hand.
After further review, the player did not maintain possession throughout the entirety of the act
What
of
did the
catching
ref
football.
on the spot do? What do you call it?
That's
Smell deodorant.
Smell deodorant.
And then they went upstairs. You say, nah, put your arms down.
If that was you, and they had called it that,
That's what I was gonna ask
you
you.
would bring that up.
That's what I was gonna ask you. You beat me. That's what I was gonna ask you.
Conversation possible.
Oh,
someone would bring up pancakes, and you would find a way
Well, first of all, see,
to make it about
what
the
Dan
fact
doesn't
that they did that
understand,
call.
I don't care how many times you bobble it. Every time you bobble it, that's not a catch. So if you'd caught it clean the first time and got the one catch, you'd been done with it. He bobbled it thinking he was going to get,
Wait.
oh, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6.
So
No,
he
bro.
controlled it with his right hand, and then he put it. He shifted it into his
his
left
left.
hand to
Slam
slam
it down.
So 2 steps.
Football move.
I'd have called it clean.
Don't they call it a football move?
I'd have called it clean and walked into the end zone. They had no choice.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard all that speed
Well,
you
first
got.
of all, I'd have had separation. I'd have been in front of him.
all that speed you got.
I'd have been in front of him, and all John would have had to do is drop it in the bucket.
And you get in front of someone, what do you have to have?
Speed.
You got
I
that?
got footage. You want to put like Darryl Green?
No.
I got footage of you getting run down from behind. You see that?
Hey, Darryl was faster than me. Can we get our race? Skip, please. Can you talk to him, Skip?
Me outrunning a 60-year-old retired guy. What's the benefit
Joy,
of that?
please, come on. You don't want none of that.
One, we wouldn't have to talk about it all the time.
Thank you. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna force you into this race. Roy Green said you're gonna pull your hamstring.
You're both going to pull your hamstring.
Joy, you want some of this too?
That's the best that will happen is both of you pull hamstrings.
So we both fall at 20.
That's okay. I'll die.
And yes, I would obviously beat both of you.
Come on, Joy. Can I even get my $400? Joy?
Yes, eventually. I'm trying to work that
We got a
into
bunch
double
of
or nothing
weasels
so I
on
can even out. Eric, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Pay me.